Hey there guys, what's going on? This is Diehard Gamer slash Otacon Snake 1983, whatever you want to call me. And as you can see, I am on a webcam now. That's right, I got the Logitech Pro Logitech Pro HD C120, or C190 rather. And as you can clearly see, I am not thinking straight. Well, this is my bedroom, believe it or not. A good portion of it, rather. Let's see. Over there, as you can see, that's my electric guitar, and over here, there's the amp, the PV Viper 1, which is a very awesome and very amazing guitar amp, by the way. And over there in this direction, over here, where I'm pointing, you can see some other stuff, like my my Vita, as well as my Nintendo 3DS, the original model. I don't think you can see the Vita from here. But what you can see is my PS4 as well as my PlayStation 3. My new PlayStation 3, as a matter of fact, because the one that I got, or the one that I had for a long time, finally decided to die on me just when I was playing my copy of Just Cause 2. So I had to have my cousin come out here and help me take that thing apart just to get the game out, which was a challenge. But the game is out. I've got it back in the case. Everything's good there. So, oh yeah. And also, in that direction, I'm going to have to learn where everything is, where I'm pointing, by the way. But over there is my Full Metal Alchemist wall scroll. But with all of that out of the way, let's get to the real discussion, as it were, for this very first vlog. I have here in my hands Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger, the very first Super Sentai entry that was used for Power Rangers here in America. This was released by Shout Factory very recently, February 7th. And 7th or the 17th, I can't remember which, but it took me a while to get my copy. I think it was the 17th. Anyway, it took me a while to get my copy that I pre-ordered off of Amazon for $40 because it was less expensive over there on Amazon than it was on a Shout Factory store, which was like $48, close to $50. So do yourself a favor and buy yourself a copy of this on Amazon, because it's less there. And as you can see here, I'm not a really big fan of the packaging because of some glaring issues. First of all, the words Super Sentai are very huge, and the Japanese title for Zyuranger, which is Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. It's right below that. And just in all honesty, I don't think it's a very good cover for the DVD set, in all honesty. And I'm willing to let it slide because of the fact that this is the Shout Factory's first go-around at this. They've been wanting to do something like this, but didn't really have any intention of doing anything like this until the folks over at Saban Brands went over to them. Either Saban Brands or Toei or both of them. I don't know how this exactly happened, but Saban Brands and Toei basically went over to Shout Factory because of the fact that the Power Rangers box sets, as well as the 20th Anniversary Legacy Collection, has been doing so well and has been selling really well that I read somewhere, I don't know if it was Ranger Board or Ranger Crew, one of those forum sites had this thread where somebody had said that somebody had talked to Brian Ward over at Shout Factory about this. And so Brian was okay with it. The guys over at Shout Factory were fine with it because of the fact that all of the Power Rangers stuff that they had sold was selling gangbusters. And of course, San Diego Comic-Con last year, oh my god, when that was announced, everybody blew up. Everybody lost their fighting minds. And then a lot of concerns about the quality of the fan subs, or not the fan subs, the official subs that were going to be made for this release. As well as the fact that you had the Sentai purists out there, as well as a lot of Power Rangers fans going, "Oh my god, why didn't they use this season? They should have put out Gokaiger. They should have put out my favorite Sentai. Why aren't they putting out my favorite Sentai?" Shut the flies up! Seriously. I really hate this fan entitlement bullshit, by the way. As if you can't tell. Basically, the bottom line and the gist of it was that they decided to put out Zyuranger first because, one, all 50 episodes were used extensively for the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Second of all, Shout Factory wanted to do something like this so that they could test the waters, so to speak, to see if this was going to be successful or not, which it is turning out to be successful, which is very good. And I have read a couple of places that if Zyuranger succeeds, if this test succeeds, which it is succeeding right now, then we could get more then we could get more Super Sentai seasons that were used for Power Rangers. And I'm guessing that's what they want to do right now, is just get all of the stuff that was used for Power Rangers out of the way before they want to go after anything that was a pre-Zyuranger, anything from Himitsu Sentai Zyuranger to Chojin Sentai Gentleman. So far I've watched the first 22 episodes on the first 4 discs. That's something I neglected to mention, is that all 50 episodes are on 10 DVDs. I just got done watching the Dragon Ranger arc where Brai was introduced, and that whole story arc. I'm not going to go over it for any of the people out there that are any newcomers to the Super Sentai series. If you want to know more about the Super Sentai series, then check out my History of Tokusatsu video that I've got up on my Zipcast channel. I'll be linking to that in the description. And also, I guess you can check out Easy Rider's show Toku Time, but just for some reviews, basically. 2 reviews that come right to the top of my head are the ones for Kyoryu Sentai Live Man and, of course, Chojin Sentai Gentleman, as well as his Kamen Rider Phi's review. But other than that, be sure and check out Easy's stuff. It's really good. It's really entertaining. You'll enjoy it. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. If this does succeed, which it very fortunately is succeeding right now, I've read on a couple of places that, from Brian Ward from Shout Factory, that if Zyuranger succeeds, the next season that we'll be getting will be Gosei Sentai Zyuranger, which had the mecha footage used as well as the monsters and the footage of the Kiba Ranger used for Season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And if that does exceptionally well, then my guess is that we could get Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger next after that. But we're gonna have to wait and see exactly how well Zyuranger does before any of that goes forward or ends up happening. I'd like to see some of my favorite Sentai seasons as well, but I think that it's going to be quite some time before we get to see official releases of those seasons, because we don't even know how well Zyuranger is doing right now. There aren't any official numbers or anything like that to show how well sales are doing or anything of the sort, so we're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that this does generate enough sales to where it will show everybody out there who works at Shout Factory that yes, this is what we need, this is what we want. Please give us more Super Sentai released over here in America legally on DVD. And I think that's definitely what ended up happening with later releases of Saban's Big Bad Beetleborgs as well as VR Troopers. The reason why we don't have the rest of those is mainly because of the fact that the releases that are currently out haven't generated enough sales to show everyone over at Shout Factory that we would like the rest of Beetleborgs and VR Troopers on DVD. I don't remember exactly what really happened with that, but I don't know if Season 2, Volume 2 of VR Troopers ever got released as Shout Factory Select, because you gotta understand, when Shout Factory releases anything like this, for example, that I have here in my hands, they not only release it online through their online store, they also release it through all of the major retailers that carry and sell DVDs. And if people aren't buying enough copies, then through the major retailers, then the major retailers aren't going to be very happy that all of those copies are just sitting out there on the shelves and nobody's buying them, which basically explains the fact why Shout Factory decides to sell certain stuff that doesn't sell very well the first time around. A future release, as a Shout Select thing. I don't really know if that happened with the VR Troopers or Beetleborgs. Somebody please let me know if that did end up happening with the VR Troopers, because I know for a fact that it didn't happen with Beetleborgs. So, and unfortunately, Beetleborgs as well as VR Troopers, those adaptations are kind of have a mixed reaction in the American Toku fan base. Me personally, I liked Beetleborgs and VR Troopers because Saban was taking some risks at that time and doing new things. And unfortunately, all of the footage for both Beetleborgs as well as VR Troopers, which were Juko B-Fighter and B-Fighter Kabuto for Beetleborgs, Superhuman Machine Metalder, Space Air Shader, and Dimensional Warrior Spielbahn. Saban used footage from those three shows to kind of try and create their own live-action version of Voltron. So basically all of the footage for those 5 shows ended up running out very quickly. And because of that, unfortunately in the long run, both shows had to be canceled because of the fact that Saban ran out of footage to use. But for now, let's just be glad that we have Zyuranger right here as a test pilot. Let's just be very thankful as well as very happy that we have this released legally here in America. And for all of the people out there asking and wondering if this will play on their DVD player in whatever region they're in outside of North America, you're going to run into some issues because of the fact that all of the stuff that Shout Factory has released is region 1 on region coding here in America, which basically means that all of the DVD players as well as Blu-ray players will basically only play DVDs that are region 1, which basically means that you're going to have to buy a region-free DVD player if you can afford it. And for all of the people out there complaining about, oh my god, this isn't going to work on my DVD player because it's not going to play in my region, I'm not going to buy it, You do know that you can import this stuff, right? You can import this from the Amazon website here in America, and depending on international shipping charges, it will ship to your country to where you live. So that is absolutely zero. That is absolutely no excuse. That is no excuse to neglect buying what I was holding in my hands a while ago. As a matter of fact, while I'm at it, people that complain that, oh my god, I can't play this on my DVD player because it's not my region and I can't play it, all that stupid crap. I don't know why people do that. Maybe it's because of the fact that it justifies the reason that they don't want to buy it. Hell, I don't know. But, yeah, get yourself a region-free DVD player, first of all. I'm not going to recommend any kind of programs that will get rid of region coding. They are out there, but I'm not going to recommend any of them. So basically, 1, get yourself a region-free DVD player if you don't live in the United States or Canada. And 2, you can basically import anything Shout Factory has released through Amazon, basically here in America, and it will basically ship to your country where you live, even though it's going to have to go through customs first, just to make sure that it's not a bomb or anything like that. But international viewers that live outside of America can watch this. You can watch this, to kind of borrow a line from the late Justin Giorgio Carmichael here. You can watch this. There is absolutely zero excuse that you shouldn't buy this and support this, to show Brian Ward as well as everybody else over at Shout Factory that yes, we want more of this. We want more seasons that were used for Power Rangers. We want Die Ranger. We want Kaku Ranger. We want O Ranger. We want everything that was used for Power Rangers Sentai-wise. So stop your bitching, stop your whining, stop your moaning, and buy this release. I just gave you guys the tools as well as the ways as you can do this. It shouldn't be that fighting hard. But anyhow, with all of that out of the way, this concludes my very first vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't really know when I'm going to be doing more of these. I guess whenever something comes to mind that is important or I feel needs to be talked about. But anyhow, until next time, this has been Diehard Gamer / Otacon Snake 1983, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.